This segment is sponsored by ReBath. It is their area of expertise. The team at ReBath isn't distracted by kitchens or basement makeovers. They are all about the bathroom, and they like to help with yours. Donald Lynch is here to explain how it's done. Hi, Donald.
Hi, Catherine. Thanks for having me.
Tell us about ReBath.
Where do I start, right? You know, you mentioned we're not distracted by the other areas of the home.
Yeah.
We are the bathroom specialists. It's all we do. Everything's in-house. It's a turnkey approach. Our goal is to make the whole thing from, your initial estimate to demolition to done as pain-free as possible, and coming out the other end of it with an absolutely outstandingly beautiful bathroom is par for the course, really.
It all starts the relationship with an in-home consultation, if that's the way that folks want to do it. They can also go to your showroom, but talk about the consultation and how that works. The
consultation is basically our homeowners would be meeting with one of our design team, who are the most highly skilled and trained in the industry. The other thing about ourselves as well, Catherine, to be blunt about it, there's none of this pushy antics. There's no price today, gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
Our goal is to give people the absolute peace of mind that we are the right fit for them with their project. So our guys sit down, they work to find, the scope of work and curate the bathroom remodel scope to what it needs to be for the homeowner, and doing it in a way where it's going to fit their budget, and then doing it in a way where we're giving them a fixed to the penny price that they can digest for as long as they want, but knowing that we're the right fit for them.
Yeah. I want to show a before and after example, because this is a bathroom, probably like a lot of bathrooms, dated. I think it's probably 1990, I'm guessing, by the gold fixture.
Absolutely.
Around that era. And you guys really brought them into the ages. But let's take a look at what were their challenges were.
Brilliant. Yeah, and you see with this one, I mean, this was definitely a massive undertaking. Again, all original features in the bathroom, the gold, as you said, but wanting to bring it into this century, but doing it in a way where it was still going to stay true to the overall theme of the home, but modernizing it. But again, where we set ourselves apart, a lot of the tasks involved in this remodel would have been, far beyond our competitors. Whether it be the wallpaper removal, the painting, the vaulted ceilings, the drywall repair that wallpaper removal brings into play. Changing the layout, you see, in the phase 2 areas, we call it, where you look at the vanity, you see that oversized mirror with the built-in lights. Changing that to more of the sides console alternative, so making it modern but in a more kind of traditional twist, and then bringing that shower and that tub area together in a way where not only did they flow into each other, but doing it in a way where we were gonna achieve a more spacious area for both as well at the same time, and just make it overall a lot more functional for the homeowner.
They were able to make every decision about that space, what their shower interior was like, the hardware, every bit of it. They're empowered with the decision making. They
absolutely are, and with a project of that size, it can certainly be overwhelming for the homeowner, but that's where our design team really earn their stripes. That's where they come in, and of course we've got hundreds and hundreds of different options, across our shower spaces, flooring, vanity areas. But that's where we come in and we help kind of, determine the goal or the objective that the homeowner is trying to achieve, and then, funnel options towards them, where we can work on curating that bathroom remodel to exactly what they need it to be, both aesthetically and functionally, but every single detail of it, down to the vanity hardware that has their fingerprints all over it. They were able to decide from a variety of different options and say, that's the one I want. One
of the things that's a real benefit is that you guys get in there and you get it done.
Absolutely, and I meet a ton of people weekly, right, that say, the vanity area, setting down a toilet, flooring, we could do that ourselves,
yes,
but plumbing scares the living daylights out of us, you know what I mean? And so it can often be a long shot to try and take on a shower space. And as you said, when most people were to take it on, it would very much be a case of, they're going to run into some things that they didn't anticipate. It could have that space down for weeks. Whereas with ourselves, we're getting a rapid turnaround in play. If it's the shower space, you're usually talking a turnaround time of 2 to 3 days. A lot of our full bathroom remodels were done within one business week.
Very nice. All right. Well, you will want to schedule an in-home design consultation. You can do that by calling 616-259-0423 or go to rebath.com. You can visit that showroom at 3114 Broadmoor Avenue Southeast in Grand Rapids. Thanks, Donald.
Thanks, Catherine.